Don't miss the tea. Subscribe now.
Oh my God, sit down. No, seriously, grab the whole bottle of wine because you are not going to believe what is happening with my dad again. I know, I told you I was done talking about him, but with graduation coming up, everything is it's bubbling up and I feel like I'm going to explode. You know I'm graduating this month, right? Huge deal. Finally done. And I get this vibe, this distinct, undeniable vibe that he doesn't want to come. He's making excuses, he's being weird, and it just brought up everything. All the trauma, all the mess from 3 years ago. I've been spiraling, wondering if I'm the crazy one. I need you to tell me if I'm losing my mind or if he is actually the villain I think he is. Okay, so to really explain why I'm shaking right now, I have to go back. I have to spill the whole tea, even the dark parts I usually joke about. You know, my dad and I have always had a rocky relationship. It's been a roller coaster of we're okay, and I never want to speak to you again. The thing is, he struggles with depression, right? And you know I have struggled with depression basically my entire conscious life. I'm talking heavy, chronic darkness from the time I was 10 years old until I was like 24. I don't talk about this part often, but I attempted to take my life twice when I was a teenager. Twice. It was a lot. And the thing that haunts my dad, or the thing he claims haunts him, is that he had no clue. He was completely oblivious until he was literally sitting next to me in a doctor's office, hearing me list off my symptoms and actions to a professional. That moment really bruised his ego, I think. He felt like a bad parent, but instead of stepping up, he just got resentful that he didn't know. Fast forward to when I was 23. This was 3 years ago. I attempted a third time. I know, don't look at me with those sad eyes. I'm okay now, really. But back then, I hit rock bottom, but this time was different. When I woke up, something clicked. I didn't just feel despair, I felt clarity. I realized why I couldn't stand being alive. It wasn't just chemical, it was loneliness. Like bone-deep, marrow-sucking loneliness. I realized I had absolutely zero support system. You know, my mom passed away, and she was the only one who really saw me. Outside of her. My family is a ghost town. I have 3 siblings, and we are practically strangers. We don't text, we don't call, we don't hang out. It's like we're strangers who just happen to share DNA. Growing up, I was bullied relentlessly at school, socially awkward, just a mess. I needed a home base, you know? I needed a family that acted like a family, and instead I had this void. So, being the naive 23-year-old I had this light bulb moment. I thought, hey, maybe the reason we aren't close is because I'm not transparent enough. Maybe if I open up, really show them my scars, they'll sympathize and we can finally bond. God, I was so stupid. I decided to start with my dad. I wasn't ready to just announce, hey, I tried to kill myself again, because that's heavy, right? So I thought I'd contextualize it. I wanted to explain why I felt so unsupported. So I called him. I remember sitting on my bed, heart pounding, trying to have this mature, adult conversation. I brought up this specific traumatic memory from when I was a teenager. Do you remember when I was forcibly admitted to that psychiatric facility? Yeah. It was a nightmare. I was a kid, I was terrified, and I was alone. Here's the tea on that. While I was locked up in there, I kept calling home, over and over. No one picked up, not once. Why? Because my mom had been hospitalized the same day. It was chaos, but nobody told me. Nobody gave me updates on her. I was just sitting in a psych ward thinking my family had abandoned me. And when I was finally discharged, I came home to a silent house. No welcome home, no are you okay, no we missed you. Nothing. It was like I had just been out for a walk instead of locked in a mental ward. It hurt so bad. It made me feel like I didn't exist. So on this phone call with my dad, 3 years ago, I bring this up. I say, Dad, I've been feeling really isolated, and I think it stems from moments like that time I came home from the hospital and nobody was there for me. I expected him to say, oh my God, I'm so sorry, we were overwhelmed with Mom, but we should have been there for you. Girl, that is not what happened. He flipped. A switch just went off. He didn't just get defensive, he went on the attack. He started tearing me apart. He told me I was self-centered. He literally used the words, you have a narrative. Like my trauma was some fiction I was writing to make him look bad. He started shouting that no one had to drop everything just because I was going through something. He told me I wasn't conscious of anyone else's issues, which, hello, I was a child. But the part that really, really stuck with me, he said he needed to protect his children from me. Can you imagine? Hearing your own father say he needs to protect your siblings from you because you're depressed, because you're trying to talk about your feelings. He called me manipulative. He said I have a habit of just dropping bombs on people out of nowhere. And then, and this is where I almost hung up right there, he brought up the doctor's appointment from when I was a teenager. He threw it in my face. He mocked me. He actually mocked me for trying to be noble by hiding my pain back then and then punished me for trying to share my pain now. It was like if I don't talk, I'm wrong. If I do talk, I'm manipulative. I couldn't win. I was in shock. I was literally speechless. I'm holding the phone, tears streaming down my face, just listening to him assassinate my character. He took my vulnerability, me trying to say, I need you, and he twisted it into, you are a toxic monster. I finally just hung up on him. I couldn't take it anymore. And you think that's it? No. He leaves me a voicemail. A nasty, venomous voicemail doubling down on everything. Later on, when things cooled off slightly, he gave me the classic gaslighting non-apology. He said I was misunderstanding everything he said. He claimed he didn't mean it that way. He just wanted to move on. He didn't want to resolve it, he just wanted me to shut up and go back to pretending everything was fine. And the saddest part, I did. I swallowed it. I never told anyone, not my siblings, not the rest of the family, what he said to me. I just decided right then and there. Okay, message received. You are not my support system. I decided I would find my family and my friends, in people like you, because blood clearly didn't mean anything to him. Since that fight 3 years ago, I have never called him first. Not once. We see each other at weddings or those rare, stiff family gatherings where everyone stands around holding paper plates and not talking about anything real. I'm polite. I smile. But inside, I'm ice cold. But I still can't get over it. It plays in my head on a loop. I need to protect my children from you. You have a narrative. It's like a poison he injected into me that I can't sweat out. Sometimes he calls me now. And he does this voice, you know, the voice parents do. That sad, pathetic, I just haven't heard from you in a while, guilt trip voice. And honestly, I feel nothing. Or no, that's a lie, I don't feel nothing. I feel resentment, I feel apathy. I look at the phone and think, you don't get to miss me, you don't know me. You made sure of that, but now. Graduation, I'm graduating and it's a huge milestone. And deep down, despite everything, there is still that stupid little kid inside me who wants their dad to be proud. I want him to be there, but he's being so flaky about coming and it hurts. It hurts my feelings, and then I get mad at myself for letting it hurt. I'm so confused. I feel like I'm in this limbo where I'm supposed to be the bigger person because I'm an adult now, but he's the parent. He's 50 years old. Why am I the one navigating his emotional immaturity? I keep asking myself, did I do wrong? Was he right? Was I being manipulative by bringing up old stuff? Maybe I was dropping a bomb, maybe I shouldn't have expected him to react perfectly. But to call me self-centered for wanting comfort after a suicide attempt. That feels cruel, right? That's not just me. I don't know how to move forward. Part of me wants to just cut him off completely, go total no contact, and never look back. But then the guilt creeps in. He's my dad. He has depression too. Maybe he just doesn't know how to handle it. But then I remember the way his voice sounded when he mocked me. And I think, is it even worth trying? If I try to fix this, am I just opening myself up to be eviscerated again? So, tell me. Seriously, tell me. Am I the asshole here? Should I beg him to come to graduation? Should I tell him to stay home? I feel like I'm walking through a minefield and he's the one holding the detonator, and he doesn't even realize he's doing it. I wanted a dad. I wanted a family. And instead, I got a narrative. Pour me another glass, please. I can't deal with this sober.